That's one privilege, if Peter wants to appoint the new person to this, then we have a.
We got another new person coming.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, for John place.
For what?
For John.
Oh, yeah, to replace Viviana.
To replace John Wilson.
Oh, John
Yeah,
Wilson.
then we'll just have one place.
Oh, okay, so that was for the Monterey Peninsula, right? Because he was representing. That was what's her name? Wendy's.
Yeah, she had a new person. They just did it last.
Hi, Francine.
So, Yuri Anderson. He said she's gonna try to hop on and.
Oh, is that her? Oh, the new.
Okay.
You guys muted yourselves. Hi, I'm Yuri.
Hey, Yuri.
Hello.
Hi, Yuri.
She's our newly appointed commissioner. Would you like to take a few minutes and kind of introduce yourself?
Sure. So hi everybody, Yuri Anderson, and I'm a resident of the city of Marina. I've lived there for 13 years, I think. I currently work for the county, and I also serve as an elected member of the Monterey Peninsula College Board of Trustees, and I previously worked for United Way Monterey County. So issues related to housing security and access are dear to my heart. So I'm happy to be joining the board. And I think I'm auditing the two committees today, so I can see which one makes sense for me, right, Zulika?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining.
Happy to be here.
Okay, good afternoon and welcome, Yuri. I'm Kathleen Ballesteros, and I'm the one that chairs the Personnel Committee. And also good afternoon to Commissioner Goodwin. And I'm gonna go ahead and open up the meeting. The meeting is for Monday, September 18th, and the time is 2:34. So if I could have James lead us into the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, James. Roll call, please.
Okay. Commissioner Kathleen Ballesteros.
Present.
Commissioner Francine Goodwin. I think she was on mute.
Yeah. You're on mute, Francine.
Okay, how about now?
There we
Yes,
go.
ma'am.
Am I on mute now?
No.
Okay, I'm present. Sorry. Sorry.
All right, and since Ms. Anderson is the new commissioner, hasn't officially joined the committee, we just would like to acknowledge her presence.
Okay.
And again, welcome her to the board.
Okay, so we're now gonna go to comments from the public. Do we have anybody?
No comments from the public.
Okay, thank you, Gabriela. Okay, we're gonna go to the minutes, approval of the minutes of the personnel meeting that was held on July 17, 2023. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve them, to approve the minutes from
Okay.
July 17th to 2023.
And I second that motion. Roll call, please.
Kathleen Ballesteros.
Yes.
Francine Goodwin.
Yes,
Okay, that concludes roll call.
Okay, now we're gonna go to number 5, and that is new business. And it is for resolution 3095, resolution to increase posted salary for the Director of Housing Programs position. Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, yes, ma'am. The Director of Housing Program position has been vacant ever since April 17th of this year. We've had quite a few candidates to apply, but either we didn't have the salary they desired, we were not offering enough remote work, or they just did not meet the qualifications that we need for the person to take the team to the next level. We did some research and looked at surrounding housing authorities with their pay and then their utilization and voucher workload. And we would be more competitive if we could increase the salary range to about $20,000. That's not to say that we're gonna pay that max amount for the person that comes. It just gives us more negotiating room for whoever the candidate is. And also the $20,000 is a safe number for us as the utilization improves. Because as the voucher utilizations improve, that's where the additional funds will come for to make up the difference in the salary. I think if we do this, we'll be more competitive with the other housing authorities and we'll attract a larger number of candidates.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for Zalika, Commissioner Goodwin?
No, no, I read the information and that made perfect sense. Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty, I wrote the information that you provided, Zalika, so I guess we need a motion to move it to new business for the agenda on Monday. Do you have a motion?
I'll make a motion to move the resolution 3095 to the to our board meeting on is that the 25th?
Yes.
Jordan board meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, September 25th, 2023.
Okay, and I second the motion, and they'll be under new business.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, roll call?
Roll call, Kathleen Bellastros.
Yeah.
Francine Goodwin.
Yes.
Okay, that concludes the roll call vote.
Okay, thank you. So now we'll go to number 6. It's gonna be the information of the human resource report.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. So for this month of September, we do have a couple of updates. One is the launch of our benefit enrollment kickoff, which begins on October 1st through the 31st. In the past, there has been some kind of struggle with communication and making sure that the employees understand and know about their benefits that we offer here at HACM and the cost of it. Recently, because of the inflation across the nation, right? We have seen an influx of with medical prices premiums. So we have been in agreement with the our health vendor to actually solidify that it is going up by 15%. And right now that's also within negotiations with the union. That is on my next topic on the agenda. But right now we are streamlining and partnering up with our vendors, communicating to the employees right now, letting them know that open enrollment is coming up. So that way they can prepare themselves and the choices of them select through the plans that they choose for next month. The second part of my report also kind of reflects on the union negotiations. Our upcoming one is on September 20th, which is this Wednesday, to hopefully get some TAs on some of the counter offers that we propose to the union and vice versa. We're hoping that we can come to an agreement altogether, but we are gonna see exactly what the results will be on Wednesday. Hopefully, we're optimistic and everything will go well. And then the last one is to tie in with Zalika had mentioned with the recruiting of the Director of Housing Programs. We have been kind of being aggressive with recruitment by advertising all platforms, even contacting other agencies. We're also using, different kind of scopes as far as getting the agency to see exactly what they're doing differently as far as recruitment goes. But the fall is, and the downfall is obviously the salary range, and then also the in addition to the benefit package, making sure that we're offering a competitive package, because right now everyone's looking for a relocation or remote kind of work, and we need someone here, especially with the history that the agency has been under. And then as far as recruitment staffing, Director of Housing Programs, Maintenance 2 is our open positions currently. We did do some lateral transfers. We moved Monica Castro from Finance to Section 8. She is our new eligibility specialist. And then also with Edith, we moved her from Property Management. She applied for the Section 8 eligibility specialist as well. So congratulations to both of them on their new roles within HACM. We did terminate, as I mentioned in our previous HR report, that we'll be starting to kind of trim the temporary employees. So Josh Rivera Garcia has been terminated, and then Jesus and Jason, both our maintenance, have also kind of left the company as well to find different opportunities. The remaining temporary employees that we do have right now is about 3. We had about 7, I believe, in the past 2 months, so we've got it down to a significant number. Workplace safety issues continues to be at 0 for right now. We do have the closed claims, and then showing you the list of those open claims that we just have currently open. Employee relations, 2 right now is active pending. We also have 2, and then 1's closed claim. And that concludes the HR report for the month of September, unless there's any questions from the commissioners.
I got one question, James, on these temps. Initially, when we started out, wasn't it 14 and all?
Yes.
So we really have gotten from 14 all the way down to 4.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Commissioner Goodwin, do you have any questions for James?
No. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Okay, now we're gonna go to 6B, housing programs report.
Okay, yes, ma'am. We spent $5,043,298 and half for the month of June. Oh, let's say July, that's supposed to say August. So change that for August, and then $56,325 for mainstream program, $439,895 for the EHV program. I changed and inserted this chart so that every month, I think it's important, especially with us working so hard on utilization, that we keep an eye on the terminations, the voids, the research, see how many people vouchers are expiring, and the FSS enrollment and the rafters pending. So the rafters pending, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this on the report before, but that's the people who actually found somewhere to stay and they just waiting for an inspection. So that'll be our next number in our new lease up. But with us keeping an eye on this, I think we can see like where we're having issues, because the numbers, they're going up, but they're going up at a slower rate than anticipated. And I think it's because they're offset by maybe the expirations and the terminations. So we really need to keep a close look at that to see if that's what's causing us the problem. Because if you look down at the chart, I think this month we did, let's see, where is it? Oh, I didn't put it on here, let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. This month, we issued 143 vouchers and we leased 77. But our overall number didn't go up by 77. One is because of the terminations. And then the other is, it has to do maybe with the voids or maybe some rafters that are not getting completed. So that was the purpose in putting in the chart. So that's kind of where we'll stand, to just take an even deeper look to see what's wrong or where we can improve. But for the EHV program, we have 183 voucher holders right now, which we was trying to reach the 269 by the end of September if we could, which is very aggressive. But we working on it. We still have to the end of the year, but we do have 183, and there's 107 people out looking. The team has conducted 616 inspections from July to September, which is a very impressive number because, as you know, we were behind right at 2,000 inspections because of COVID and things like that. And just for the month of August, they had 261. HUD did complete the VMS audit report. They have sent it in. We had one finding, they lumped everything into one. So everything that they had concerns about or considered a finding, they put it into one report. So we're working on doing a corrective action plan now. Once we do that, we'll turn it into them. Within 60 days, they'll let us know if they accept it or not. And the representative have already said that we'll be on a list to receive technical assistance and some oversight probably for the next 3 years. So they'll just randomly decide somewhere in the next 3 years when they want to come back and do a visit. And then we may have a phone call or meeting once, maybe every 6 months or something like that. But it just depend on how they receive the corrective action plan, and we still have not got the, conclusion of the EHV audit. So once we get that too, then they can look at everything and we'll know. Currently, we have a monthly meeting, so they might just leave it on that monthly meeting, but once they tell us, then I'll let the board know. Let's see, the Foster Youth Initiative. I know this is a very low number, but we actually housed a family for the Foster Youth Initiative. I am so elated because it's been at 0 for the last like 2 years.
Yeah.
So we actually did house one family and they have 2 referrals that they're working on. I had a meeting with the referring partners and they're looking at their processes to try to send more people. So everybody's working really hard on it to try to get the foster youth program up to par, because we have 65 slots. So I do think all the attention that has been brought to it is a plus. We got the waiting list that we have removed 463 applicants. We have 571 that are in process. And since the last report, it's been 116 housed. So probably around the end of October, I'm hoping somewhere around the end of October, early November, we'll have to open the waiting list back up because we will have exhausted the waiting list from 2020.
Okay.
So with that, and then just the new information, I think that we'll be able to improve on all our numbers for the HCB program. The FSS program, I added a sheet on there, the coordinators did a report. They're really doing a fantastic job. They're graduating people, they are reconciling the escrow accounts, they have did a lot of outreach. And when they got the program, it was at 65 participants, and now it's at 79. And so they got it, I think it was in April or May. So that's a lot, but that's just such a short time period. So they really done good with that. And they have helped the agency reputation in the community because they participate in a lot of the events at all of the schools and things like that. And the last thing on here, I added in every month, HUD sends us a letter letting us know how much money we're getting in Section 8. And so just to keep the board abreast of how that looks, I think that I'll start adding this to the report. So every month you can see how much we're getting for HAP money and how much we're getting for admin fees. It'll better assist in understanding the budget and why we're doing some of the things that we're doing. And then if you have questions as to why it fluctuates, things of that nature, because this is the whole picture since September 2022. So it's just a good tool because it can show you where you go up and down or if you got any type of trends. And it's good for the accounting team as well to keep up with our restricted and non-restricted funds. So I just thought it'd be good to add it to the report.
Thank you, that's a great idea. Commissioner Goodwin, do you have any questions or any comments?
No, thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. Zalika, I do have one question.
Yes,
So you know how on the chart, the one on page 11,
Mhm.
it has expired vouchers. Is that what it means? Expired VOs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what happens to those when they expire? Are those given back to HUD or?
It still stay with the
They still
agency.
stay
Yeah,
with it,
our
okay.
number doesn't go down. It's just unfortunately, it's people that's been briefed and within 120 or in some cases 2 years time frame, they never found a place to stay. And so we had to expire the voucher.
And then with that family or client will have to reapply?
They would have to reapply unless it is a little window of opportunity in there. If it's expired, let's say if they contacted us in 10 days or something, or 14 days, and they had a really good reason why the things happen, we could look at that as a reasonable accommodation. But we've been putting stuff in place to try to keep constant contact with everybody. So that way we can try to lower the number
Yeah.
that expire and see what's causing it. Is it housing? Is it security deposits? What is the reason why it's happening?
Okay.
With the terminations too, because that's a very important number. It went down to 13, but it was 20, 30. So we're doing more counseling.
Yeah,
Told the staff, instead, we shouldn't be so quick to terminate anybody voucher. The people really need it for their housing assistance. So it's better to do a counseling with them to try to find out what's wrong and try to
Right.
get them extension. Now, sometimes you can't help it because of the circumstances, but in a lot of cases, just listening and helping the client and they can avoid having that termination.
because sometimes like we could be quick to penalize the
Mhm.
client instead of give. I
And give
think the
them a
counseling
chance.
is good, yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, so now we finish with both. So now we're down to, excuse me, we're down to number 7, commissioner comments. Commissioner Goodwin, do you have any comments?
I just wanted to thank, Zalika, for all the information she provided and, for the other report that was given, and, I will see you guys on Monday, hopefully on my laptop.
Okay. And I also wanted to give our new commissioner Yuri, would you like to say anything?
I just appreciate you giving me the opportunity to listen into the meeting this afternoon. I look forward to meeting all of you in person and getting to know you.
All right, so hopefully we'll see you on Monday.
I will be there. I'm going to have Wendy administer my oath after this meeting, so I'll be good to go.
Okay, thank you. Welcome aboard, Yuri.
Thank
We
you.
look forward to meeting you.
You too.
Thank you.
Same here.
All right, the comments that I have is I just want to thank all the staff, everything that is provided in order for this meeting to happen. Appreciate your assistance, your work. Also want to say that, I find it very, I guess blessed because we're helping, people that need housing. And, as we push forward, because sometimes we don't know what the future holds. But as we push forward, and then Zalika, you're really a big help because of your knowledge and your experience. And helping this agency to go forward and making sure things that we either were overlooked or things that were not addressed at the time before, now they're being addressed and now we're able to, I feel that we're falling in place, especially in the relationship with HUD, because they're the ones that, offer and they're the ones that give, and it's kind of like we just have to meet what they're asking. We just have to meet those processes and requirements. So thank you to each of you, and we will see you all on Monday. And so I close the meeting at 2:55. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.